Hey everybody, it's Oren from the Dobbin Bandits. Hope you're having a wonderful long weekend. I know I am. Spent some time with the family today, and then my dollar bin sense was tingling, and I knew I had to get to Sucker Punch Comics in Stamford, Connecticut, and I'm so glad I did. I hit the dollar bins. I hadn't been there in a couple of months, and I'm very glad I went. I'll say that. Oh, it's a wonderful store, 1000 Hope Street. Go there, check it out. Comics, toys, sports cards, anything you want, they have. They're having a big sports card sale today. That had a lot of folks there checking that out. So I went there, and let me show you what I got. A lot of Halloween-ish stuff as well. So it's quite a few books. I got a great deal on them. So guys, thank you so much for hooking me up with the deal. Let me show you what I got. So, if you've watched the show before, Atlas Comics, if I find them, I always grab them. They had a couple. They had Destructor, #2. They had The Brute, #2. And they had The Tarantula, #2. Yeah, like I said before, I don't see these books come up too often, so I always grab them. I love the stories. I love what they did there. I mean, it's a short run for those books, but they're very good. From Beyond the Unknown, #25. Okay. So I wasn't a huge fan of this TV show. I do remember it as a kid, but I have never, ever really seen these comics in the wild. So I just had to grab them. So I got Welcome Back, Kotter, #2. Yeah. Welcome Back, Kotter, #3, with Mr. Kotter fighting a rather large man. And welcome back, Carter, #4, with Vinnie Barbarino dressed like a lady. Again, I got them because I don't see them in the wild very often, so I thought they'd be cool to pick up. As I said before, Halloween right around the corner. So let's start with a couple of spooky books. I'm sorry, what am I saying? Secrets of the Sinister House, #15. Robert Martin wrote his name on that and did a little math on there. I don't know why, but he did. But that's not the spooky part. It's the stories. Whitman reprint, but the Lone Ranger. Now this was interesting. This was in there. I looked in the inside. It's from 1959. This is the illustration of the French Revolution. Again, if it's something I've never seen before, I'm always very curious about it. I guess historical book. It might fall into maybe Classics Illustrated. Yeah, the people who did Classics Illustrated put this out. Like I said, never seen it before. So for $1, check it out. Gold Keys, Buck Rogers, part 2 of the movie adaptation, the made-for-TV film. I remember having this comic as a kid. Adele, an old Dell, War Stories Combat. Look at that beautiful painting on the front. My goodness, this was just I I love these books, and to find classics like this for $1, it's one of the reasons I like Sucker Punch so much because you never know what you're going to find. This one has a bit of a torn cover, but part of my Brave and Bold collection, Batman and Flash, #125. Some reason there's a tiger attacking the Flash. You can see there's a tear here. Whatever. It's fun to read. GI Combat, #229. Joe Kubert art. Few X-Men books. X-Men #238. X-Men #223. Kerry Gamble cover. Beautiful. And X-Men #250. I grabbed Godzilla #22. Not a huge Godzilla guy, but always interested to see what's going on in these books. This one I picked up because I know it goes for a couple of bucks here and there. Here's Incredible Hulk #346, the Eric Larson cover. I have a couple of these, but It's always good to grab them. Another book I know it goes for a couple of bucks. Uncanny X-Men number 234 with this iconic Wolverine cover. Nice, right? Oh, I dropped something. They had a whole group of classics illustrated. I had some of these when I was a kid. I sold them, but I try to pick up the ones that have sort of a horror theme, like Universal Monsters. So I grabbed The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Nice cover. My friend Ali, last time he went there, I think he got the Dracula one. The Secret Origins series. I've spoken about the past. This one is Batgirl and Golden Age Dr. Midnight, one I did not have. So glad I grabbed this. Some Charlton goodness. Space War, number 31. Steve Ditko art, and somebody decided to try out their new pen on the cover. Well, what are you gonna do? That's space. Warlord of Mars, king size annual number 1. Gold key version of the Twilight Zone. Uh, Hero or Menace, and Astronaut returns and threatens Earth and its inhabitants. Not a nice guy. Another book that at one point was worth a couple of bucks. Captain America number 229. And these I want to call them oddball comics, but sort of one-offs. These wall bands and Food Mart. If you're from the New York area, you probably remember these grocery stores. This is a Captain America Goes to War Against Drugs, which was put out by them. You'd get them in their supermarkets. They're not books you're not going to find all over the place. So if I ever see these, I always pick them up. Black Goliath, number 2. Some Jack Kirby goodness. I got Eternals number 13. Eternals number 10. How cool is that? Man, Kirby was firing all cylinders. And Eternals number 5. Invaders. This is for my friend Jim Roach, number 6. They had some Defenders comics there, and I stopped myself from getting them because if you've seen this in the past, every time I get one of those, it's a continuation of a series, a story that I don't have, and I just wind up getting frustrated. So somebody else wants to go to Sucker Punch, grab them. Enjoy. Robotics, number 1. I have no memory of this, but it's a spectacular action-packed first issue they're promising me. Aquaman, Adventure Comics number 443 with Aquaman and a metallic dolphin. Oh, Aquaman. When will you get the respect you deserve? Great cover here. Sergeant Fury and his Amazing Commandos, number 161. The Peacemonger. How nice is that? Now, this was the first comic I saw when I got to the dollar bin. I have it. Um, I know it's worth a couple of bucks. I had to grab it immediately. Uh, Black Magic, number 1. A new Simon and Kirby special. Beautiful. Couldn't believe they had this there for a buck. So that is definitely a keeper. The Witching Hour, number 40. Somehow there's a man shoved in a clock and they don't notice it. And if you are ever looking for Ghost Rider number 5, they have plenty of them. These are free. They have boxes of it. So if you're looking for this book or if you want a lot of them, this is the place to go. What else did I get? Some more Charlton books, Ghostly Haunts. This is kind of when Charlton was on the downslide. But spooky books for the spooky season. Classic Charlton here. This is Ghostly Haunts number 20. That's beautiful. My goodness. Ghostly Haunts number 28. They had a number of Space Family Robinson, which I've gotten in the past. I wasn't too keen on them, but they did have other Gold Key. They had Solar Man of the Atom. I love these. Oh, I love these books. Was a big fan of the Valiant ones, but it's great to see the originals. Look at that painted cover, guys. There's a couple other ones coming up. I'll show you too. And this Magnus one, boy, oh boy, the time and effort it took to paint this cover is absolutely astounding. I just wonder whatever happened to these original arts, but man, oh man. Ghostly Tales, number 153. Grimm's Ghost Stories. This is Gold Key. Lots of supernatural stuff. The Great Boris Karloff's Tales of Mystery, which Boris had nothing to do with except lend his name to it. But hey, I'll take it. Superman Family, I'm sorry, Jimmy Olsen presents the Superman Family, 167. So that means I'm probably not going to like this one too much. Because anytime the Ginger Oaf gets himself involved, it's going to be something that's going to frustrate me and anger me. But what are you going to do? Uh, this is a nice one here. 1966, The Outer Limits. Like I said, guys, all these were in the dollar bin. Charlton's Fighting Marines. Another Solar Man of the Atom. Beautiful. What else? Grimm's Ghost Stories again. A strange looking mummy somewhere in a child's room. That's what makes it spooky. Man Thing, numbers 2 and 3. The Fighting Devil, I'm fighting. What? Bloop, blop, bloop. Yep. The Fighting Devil Dog of our Fighting Forces, number 98. Oh, these are classic 60s books. I love seeing when I see the checker top, you know you're getting something cool. Men of War, number 10. Here's an interesting one. I really don't remember this, but DC put out a Sherlock Holmes book, and this is Sherlock Holmes number 1. And it looks like by the top of it, a Walt Simonson cover. So that might be worth checking out. Ghostly Tales, number 147. They had a few other newer Charlton, I might say newer, end of the line Charlton reprint ones that I just kind of grab the older ones I can get. This was really cool. I mean, it is banged up shape, guys, but another book I have, but this is just a treasure to have. Another one. This is King Comics first issue of Flash Gordon from the 60s. So Flash Gordon number 1 from that second run they did. I couldn't believe that. Yeah, it's dinged up, but I mean, it's Flash Gordon number 1. I don't know how. I think it's worth like maybe in really good shape, a few bucks here and there. I'm gonna have to rebag and board this, but I couldn't grab that fast enough. Like I said, I love going to the store. Unknown Soldiers, DC Star Spangled War, another beautiful, beautiful cover. Lieutenant Hunter's Hellcats. Hmm. Probably would come out better, if you see this one up close, but this is lovely detail. Fantastic. Another book that I know has a little bit of value to it. Uh, Uncanny X-Men number 196 and number 207. Sergeant Rock, number 413, and Sergeant Rock, number 416. Some Western books here. I got Scalp Hunter number 62. I got a couple of Scalp Hunters I'll have to see. This one I love. I love, love, love. Mike Kaluta doing The Shadow, number 8 with The Mummy. I'm sorry, this is a Frank Robbins cover. My bad. Flash Gordon from Gold Key. Another Flash Gordon from Gold Key. This one I was very excited about. Super Team Family. And this one has the great Solomon Grundy on the cover. Again, the supernatural theme just keeps going and going and going. Some more Scalp Hunters. Here is Scalp Hunter number 50 and number 58. Ghost Manor, older Charlton book, number 12. Sergeant Fury and his Howley Commandos, number 94. I think this might have been when they were doing the reprints in these, but it could be an original story. This I'd never seen before by Marvel. The Island of Dr. Moreau, Marvel movie special, number 1. Has an ad for Orca in the back, so I gotta figure this is from 1980 or so. I don't even remember this. I remember the one that came out with Marlon Brando and Val Kilmer, but I don't remember this. So let's check that out. Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos, number 103, Berlin Breakout. Oh, this is mm, mm, mm. Secret Six, number 3. How stunning is that? The shadowing on the arms and all that. Magnificent. Haunted Tank, GI Combat, number 16, well, I'm sorry, 105. Ghostly Haunts, uh, might be a Ditko cover. You tell me. Sergeant Rock, beautiful, beautiful cover. Joe Kubert, of course. As my friend Ali always says, if you see a Marvel 25th anniversary cover comic, grab it. So I did. Here's the Fantastic Four. Another Magnus Robot Fighter. Flash Gordon. Whitman reprint, but still. And I did grab one Space Family Robinson. I just really like this cover. Again, the stories are a little, but it's a cover by Ripley's Believe It or Not True Ghost Stories. And we end where would we begin with Atlas Phoenix number 1. Jason Mink turned me on to Atlas Comics, and I'm very thankful for that. So, guys, that's what I got at Sucker Punch Comics today in their dollar bins. There is plenty of more good stuff in there. They keep adding things time and time again. Uh, like I said before, I mentioned before, my friend Ali goes there a lot, always sends me pictures of things he grabbed. If you haven't been to Sucker Punch Comics in Connecticut, go to them. But save the good stuff for me. I'm just joking. Get whatever you like. Buy all sorts of cool stuff. They have dollar bins. They have really good deals on back issues. Like I said, vintage toys, sports cards, records, you name it, they have it. I hope you have a great time there. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Let me know what you think of what I picked up today. Did I do good? What's your favorite book? Let me know right in the comments. And we will see you next time, guys. We have 3 episodes coming out next week. Big names, lots of fun. You're going to love it. And I can't wait to put those out as well. So, this is Oren from the Dollar Bin Bandits. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Bye.